Hello, everyone. So, got a little bit of news going on here. It says here it's from the Telegraph. I'm relying on antidepressants to get through life, and so are most women I know. God damn, that is sad. That is really bad. I've been hearing a lot about that. Like a lot of women on antidepressant. I mean, if they're gonna prescribe it, might as well do it, right? It started 2 summers ago. At night at 3 a.m., I would find myself awake, my mind whirring like a fly trapped behind a window, desperate but unable to leave the circle of lamplight. I would run through facts and lists and figures in my head, hundreds and thousands of them, and wonder if I had made the right choice, the right decision on every detail of the house renovation that we were partway through, that choice of door, the location of the plug switches. Wow. Now, here, like goddamn Sherlock Holmes. Uh, you might as well go out there and start solving some crimes, something. These ladies out here like Rain Man or something. Like it's not that it's not that serious. Just that's what construction workers are for. Why are you deciding every little detail of the house? I guess well, you can't control your mind, right? It controls you. In the morning, I would wake, slowly sluggish, exhausted, and my head heavy after having finally fallen asleep in the very early hours, only to hear the alarm soon after. That sounds like anxiety, yeah. My days were punctuated by lurches of anxiety about whether I had my keys, if I'd remembered to pack my. How many times do you forget shit that you're nervous about this? The smallest things. I was snappy with my children and my husband. I was anxious all the time. Wow. On paper, at least, the old cliche was true. I had it all: two healthy sons, a loving husband, a great job, a house, which we'd bought as a wreck and were renovating in a part of London I've longed to live in. It was a busy time. And that brought you more anxiety? You would think you were disarming a bomb the way you described it before. But if this level of anxiety was disproportionate, there it is. It was as if the stress of the renovation had triggered something I couldn't shake off. I felt low constantly and overwhelmed by the enormity of it all. Most of it you're not even doing. You still got a husband. I mean, Jesus Christ, let the kids decide if if you're that depressed about it. After weeks of sleepiness, I rang the doctor and asked if maybe, perhaps, some antidepressants. She asked for the antidepressants. So it's not even really the doctor's fault. They're just doing their job. I mean, they're basically just trumped up pharmacists at this point. That's how they make their money. She was reluctant to prescribe them. Yeah, no shit. You freaked out about a renovation and then all of a sudden you need drugs. How about just get through the renovation and see if things improve? Like, what is wrong with you, lady? Suggesting a type of talking therapy, cognitive behavioral therapy. Nah, get the antidepressants. They're cheaper. I don't care about your life, lady. I really don't. I mean, my advice, I'm just saying, my advice might be crap because I really am not concerned with your safety at all. I'm just like, whatever is easier, just do that. Whatever gets you to stop complaining, just do that. If you want my wife, I would care, but yeah. I signed up and cried on a weekly basis in the supposedly private meeting room. She signed up for the therapy and just kept crying while I FaceTimed a stranger to talk about my feelings. And you cried the whole time? Therapy is incredibly boring. How do you find time to cry every single time? I'd just be staring at someone's face, just like, yeah, so what now? I mentioned the possibility of drugs to her. Too, she's really want these drugs, man. She wouldn't let it go. Maybe it would be a good idea, she said, but you won't want to be on them forever. Maybe it would be a good idea. she she was tired of hearing you crying. She feels like she's like me. She don't care about your life either. The antidepressants I had always believed were unnecessary for people like me. How do you think it was unnecessary when it's the first thing you asked for? And you kept pushing for, regardless of what part of the process you were in. Lady, you just wanted antidepressants. Stop it. Never mind that most were women, we are twice as likely as men to be prescribed antidepressants, and also twice as likely to ask for it. How often are men going to ask for antidepressants? And who the hell is going to trust a man on antidepressants? Like, seriously, a dude tell you he's on antidepressants, people are like, if it was a woman, people are like, oh my God, she's going through some stuff. If it was a man, people are like, oh, dude might just go postal or something. I thought I was nothing like them. Surely people with good jobs and good families, people with no terrible trauma hidden away in their past did not need medication. Or drama queens like yourself. Those who took pills were just not trying hard enough. Who the hell said that? Simply didn't appreciate what they had, or so I thought. Wow, you were judgmental as hell. you were out there. And yet, while on the surface, the country had discussed mental health struggles more secretly and so blah, 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 there was exception. My sister had been on antidepressants as a teenager, but she was going through a serious eating disorder at the time. What the hell's going on in your family? She's going through an eating disorder. So you're going to put on pills. Who's going to make her feel better about her eating disorder? My mother was on them briefly too. God damn. No wonder you asked for it right away. It became the go-to for fixing every problem in your life. If your mother's doing it and your sister was doing it, I'm pretty sure your sister did it because your mother did it first, and you guys are just recommending it to each other. Whenever you have an emotional problem, instead of dealing with it like an adult, you just give me some drugs. I see. Is how you were raised. Do what you do. My best friend was on them. Shit. You need a whole new circle of people. She admitted that this was because actually life was a bit too much. They helped her feel as if she wasn't drowning. She needs more than antidepressants. Growing up, mental health wasn't really talked about. What do you mean? It wasn't talked about. Everyone's on pills because antidepressants, but it wasn't talked about. What do you mean? It seems like a conversation that would come up often. I mean, even your friend told you she felt like she was drowning. Despite my father being a doctor, damn, this man was never home. His family was all shitty. They were just falling apart. This man, he didn't have time for that. My mother, an arty, emotional type, no shit, often had bouts of low mood, particularly in the winter. She grew up in the Caribbean. Me too. Was born in the Caribbean, and found northern English winters with their endless months of iron gray skies relentless. Yeah, man. Growing up in a sunny place, like I mean, I'm in New York right now, and yeah, winters really just be taking a lot of my energy. My grandmother too was rumored to have gone off the rails after her first fiance was killed, but we never spoke about it. Just as we never spoke about the times my temper flared out of control. I thought she said her life was fine. It seems like everyone in her family is going through some stuff, and her life was kind of shit. This lady lied to me. Nah, I don't trust liars. Anyways, that was sad. Hope you people out there find a way to deal with your issues without taking drugs. This is the thing. Drugs are a temporary solution. So it is meant to get you through a hard time so that you can function better and get your mind in the right place, so then you can tackle the problem from a right state of mind. Because with mental health, the ultimate decider and the ultimate decision maker of how things are going to go is you. So if you're the one that's compromised, it is hard for you to make the correct decision. So the drugs are meant to get you in the right state of mind so you can make the correct decisions, but it's not meant to be a permanent solution. So till next time.